SSC CGL Tier 2 live mock has been conducted over the weekend, and I'm here to discuss the logical reasoning section in detail with you for this weekend's Tier 2 mock. The logical reasoning section overall this time was much better. I mean, better in the sense much easier than what it was last week. But overall it was decent, right? So let's start right away without wasting a single second. And this is the very first question in front of us. Though a few places question types were changing. Okay. Question type slightly changed. So we'll have a look at that. First question said in a certain code M exclamation N means this. Okay, so there are three codes given to you and then there is an expression. Usually we look at questions with blood relations or directions sometimes with these codings, but this coding is slightly different. It is talking about an order based question. Okay, let's observe. Let's start decoding one by one. So H exclamation K. The question in the end is asking after this expression, who is the eldest? Okay, so there are H, K, J, J, K, L, H, I, J, K, L, M. H, I, J, K, L, M. These are the 6 people. Correct? Now H exclamation J means H is not elder than K. That means H is less than equal to K. Right? Now K exclamation L means exponent L means K is neither elder nor equal. That means K is smaller than L. L plus J means L is neither elder nor younger. So L is equal to J. J exclamation M means J is not elder than M. So J is smaller than equal to M. And M exponent I means M is neither elder nor equal. So M is less than I. So M is less than I. They are asking us who is the eldest person. If you observe everything, so if K is less than L, which is equal to J, J is, if I just arrange it here, so K is less than L, which is equal to J, who is less than equal to M, who is less than I, and H is less than equal to K. This is the complete thing which is there with us, right? They are asking us who is the eldest. It's clearly visible who is the eldest, because there's a clear relation here even in terms of inequality. So I is the eldest person. Option A is the right answer. The better approach would be for you to convert this expression into an inequality expression and then observe everything is unidirectional, so you won't face an issue whatsoever. So option 1 is the correct answer, right? 78 seconds. Okay, decent. Not a problem, because a new sort of a question was asked, hence the time. Justifiable. Letter, word, sentence, don't overthink. If you will not overthink, right away you will select paragraph and you will be fine. Okay, phrases and clauses are actually sentences only. So it's not that you're combining sentences and forming a new phrase or a clause. So option A is the appropriate answer here. 23 seconds. Perfect. Wonderful. Next. Oh, mixture allegation, quant waste. 360 liter mixture of spirit and water is in the ratio 4:5. Okay. So 4:5 is spirit and water. And how many liters of water must be added to make the ratio 8:13? So I need to add water. So this is 8:13. Correct? That means spirit will remain the same. So I'll multiply this by 2. So what will I get? I'll get 8:10. Now they're asking me how much water am I adding? I am adding how much water? 3 units of water. Correct? To keep the spirit same. And what is the total volume? It was 360 liters. So 8 plus 10. 18 ratio factor is equal to 360. So ratio factor is 20. So how much volume have I added? 60 liters of water. Option B. Okay. Easy. 36 seconds. Wonderful. Next. In a shelf of 90 files, a file X is 37 from the left. What is X's position from the right? It's very simple. I will not, I will write it down for your sake. 90 files, just increase the total by 1. That is 91 minus 37. Now 91 minus 37, unit digit will have 4 as the answer. It's only in option C, so that's the correct answer. It's a verbal question, a visual question. You actually didn't have to solve it at all. But technically what will be the answer? It will be 90 plus 1 minus 37 to give you 54. Option C is the correct answer. 19 seconds. Excellent. So see today, today you would have seen a lot of questions are much easier and much quicker than the last week. During a hackathon means these days a lot of people are into programming. So there are programming, development, etc. So there are I would say kind of competitions which are organized where a team comes together. These teams may be made before the competition starts, or they may be on the spot, so that you don't know the team members, the peers, and these people engage into solving a problem by programming. So that is called a hackathon. Okay. So during a hackathon, a teammate proposes copying code from a repository with a license that prohibits commercial use and requires attribution, but they refuse to attribute to save time. Okay. What will you do in this case? You will insist on complying with the license or replacing the code. If the team refuses, withdraw and inform the organizer privately about the licensing risk. B says use the code now and fix the license later if you win. C says attribute only in a hidden comment to avoid clutter, and D says fork the code but remove the license file to avoid detection. See, now technically what is the ethical thing to do? It is to comply with the license, because there is a purpose the license has been placed there in the first place. It's a non-copyable program. There is a license, there is a copyright license present there. So you can't just blindly copy it for commercial purposes. If you are doing that, you need to provide an attribution. It's like a reference, like a citation that I have used it from this source code, right? Since you're not providing that, you are actually ethically in the wrong. And hence, any of these ideas is not going to resolve you of that. Option A is the most appropriate thing which you'll do here. And that is the correct answer. 37 seconds. Very nice. Next. A hash B is A into 2. 2A plus B. So A hash B is 64. What's the value of A and B? I think what substitution we need to do? 20 into 2 is 40 plus 4, 44. This is 20 plus 34, 54. This is 60 plus 4, 64. Option C is the right answer. Easy. 36 seconds. I don't know why. Okay, this one is interesting. Compare the two addresses. Guys, you have to remember one thing. When you compare two addresses, two things you need to be very careful about. Be focused on what the options are telling you, number one. Number two, these questions are very sensitive questions. That means you can't afford to have any difference unless it is not mentioned in the option. If the options were something else here, then I would have said that okay, major details match. But because it is mentioned in the option, I will have to go with that. What is that? Now we'll see. So compare directly. Vikram Patel, 7th floor, office 705, Horizon Business Park, opposite MG Road Metro Station, near MG Road Metro Station, Bengaluru, same pin code. Technically, in reality, there is no difference between these addresses, is there? No. And that's what a normal average student is going to think. There's no difference. I think opposite and near is not a big difference. Read the options. The option says yes, all major details match. Wait, the landmarks differ. Okay, flat or house number are differing. No. City codes do not match. No. There is a confusion between A and B. You will always, these are very sensitive. You will say yes, the landmarks differ. It is MG Road Metro Station, but one is opposite the metro station, one is near the metro station. Both of them are actually used separately. We use it interchangeably in our country, but that is not how it works. So option B will be the mentioned answer here. Address matching, as easy as it seems, is a very sensitive topic. Address matching and decision making, both of them. Very close calls and you'll end up making errors. Okay. Lot of questions from data sufficiency, and I've observed regularly that students end up taking a lot of time in data sufficiency even if the questions are right. So I'm planning a session in this week for you guys where I'll be discussing data sufficiency with you in a span of 2 sessions. Okay, so don't forget to attend that. Let's continue with this one now. So how is letter written in a code language? Right? How is letter written in a code language? Look at the options first. Don't look at the sentences, the options first. Data and statement 1 alone is sufficient, 2 alone is sufficient, either 1 or 2 alone, okay, and both are not sufficient. Perfect. So now 1 alone. Please write a letter is written as this, and received a Greek letter is written as this. So the problem is you have a letter. Okay. A letter and a letter. You will not be able to understand the difference because it's a Chinese coding only, no? Right? It's a Chinese code. It's not corresponding code. So we will not be able to differentiate. The code is 7171. They are common. We don't know which one is letter. So 1 alone is not sufficient. 1 alone is not sufficient. That means either is also not sufficient. Okay. That means either is also not sufficient. Now the second one, write in English please is written as this, and a letter in Greek is written as this. So write in English please and a letter in Greek. Can you find out the code for letter here also? I don't think so, because we can't find the code for in. We can find out here, but nothing else, I believe. Okay, 2 alone is also not sufficient. So 2 alone is also not sufficient. So the answer is both are not sufficient to answer the question. Now please don't sit and check for the both of them together, because that's not there in the options. Even if it was sufficient, they don't need that answer from you. So option D should be the ideal answer here. That's it. Okay. So 76 seconds is a lot of time because you end up finding the code. Please don't find the code here. We don't need the code of the word letter. We just need to check whether we'll be able to find it or not. So try to deduce this much. Okay. We can bring down this time, because I'm thinking a lot of students, if the toppers are making this error, then a lot of students are actually consuming a lot of time probably in the data sufficiency, and the frequency is quite high. You can expect 2 questions to maximum 3 questions also in a set. Need to be careful. See, sitting also now it is asked in the form of data sufficiency. This is the question where you'll have to partially arrange it. Okay, you'll have to partially arrange it. Otherwise you don't have to solve it. 6 people are seated around a circular table facing inwards. R is seated third to the left of you. T is an immediate neighbor of S. Okay. Now read the options first. Data and statement 1 alone, statement 2 alone, either 1 or 2, and both. Okay, 1 alone, 2 alone, either 1 and 2 or both. Right? So check for 1 alone. The moment you check for 1 alone, Q is seated second to the left of T. So if I have, what are the cases which I can have? T is sitting here, Q is sitting here, S is sitting here. This is one case possible. Okay. What is the question? Who is seated second to the right of T? Yeah, I can get that. Q is seated second to the left of T. Now if T is seated here, Q cannot sit here. T is seated here, Q is seated here, S is seated here. So in that case, who is seated to the right of T? It will be this person, and here it will be a different person. So there are 2 options which are coming out. So 1 alone is not sufficient, definitely not sufficient. Now if 1 alone is not sufficient, either can never be true, because for either to be true, 1 alone and 2 alone both have to be sufficient. So either is also not true. You will have to check for 2 alone. If 2 alone is not working, then both have to work, because there is no other option for you. 2 alone says P is not an immediate neighbor of R. P is not an immediate neighbor of R. That means P is not sitting in these 2 places. Okay. So now I can have either T or S here or T or S here. Okay. If I have T and S here or S and T here, does not matter, but P will then be here. So if this is T, who is to the right of T? It can be R. If this is T, and there is no definition for that. Okay. So I think this also alone is not sufficient. So both together I think have to be the correct answer. Okay. Both together have to be the correct answer. Now please don't check it in the exam. How can we say that both together are going to answer? And please refrain from solving the whole thing beforehand. Always restrict yourself to the options. That's going to make it much faster for you. 107 seconds. Can you imagine the amount of time it took to solve this question? It was not worth it. Honestly, not worth it. This is 45 seconds, 50 seconds tops, nothing more than that. It's almost double. Okay. You could have solved 2 small questions or 1 big question in this time lot. The women of village X are becoming financially independent after Shakti, an NGO, started assisting the women in mastering art of making organic colors, thus helping them to earn a living. Which of the following statements can be inferred from the given statement? Okay, they have also given you the meaning of inference, and inference is something which you can logically deduce something to be true based on knowing premises. So we understood what is happening is that the NGO Shakti has enabled women by helping them mastering the art of making organic colors in a particular village X. Let's see what can be inferred. In order to master the art of making organic colors, one must seek the assistance of Shakti only. Definitive word, only is not true. Nowhere is it mentioning that it is only Shakti who can do that. Organic colors made by women of village X have captured the interest of people to some extent. Yes, we can infer that, and hence they are able to earn the living, right? Because the women are becoming financially independent. Just they can't become independent by learning how to make colors. Probably they're selling and they are making good money. Third one says women of X have never tried their hand at any art except no. Again, definitive words. Very easy question. We know the answer is B already. Shakti provides assistance only in the field of organic. No. So this one is a very easy question actually. In terms of inference, they have given you definitive words in 3 options. Definitive means extreme words. So you can reject them right away because mostly they are wrong. So option B is the only correct answer here. So that's it. This is 50 seconds again. See, if you don't know what is critical reasoning, if you don't know the basics, you will end up consuming a lot of time and wasting a lot of time where it should not be wasted. That's the biggest problem. $17,204, $23,276. Just divide them, no once. $3, $12. We're going by 12. And this is also by 12. Sign is changing. So minus 12 and minus 12. Okay. So multiply this by minus 12. It's that simple. 210 and 42. 252 minus 252. Option C. Easy. Very easy question. Just multiplying by minus 12. Cool. Perfect. 30 seconds. Very nice. Good one. Option in which the figure is embedded. So look for this, okay? The two of them are joining together, coming out like this, and there's a line in between. There's no joining here in this direction anywhere because there's no rotation. The line is between here, so not happening. This one, there is a joining here and the line is in between here. This one, the joining is on the top, so it's rotated, no use. Joining is at the bottom, rotated. It's very simple. Figure 2 has to be the answer. Okay, where we have the figure, it's here, right here. Something of this sort, okay? So option 2 is the correct answer. Yeah, cool, perfect. 46 seconds, very easy question, not a problem. In the exam, yeah, probably you might be thinking twice or thrice what is the correct answer, but you'll have to be slightly confident about that now. Correct arrangement, English dictionary. Okay, benchmark, beneficial. It's very easy. Benchmark, bench warmer. Benchmark will come first. Bench warmer will come next. 1, 3. Beneficial will come next. 2, 4. Easy. 27 seconds. Very nice. Lovely. Next. Again, data sufficiency. Five persons, Roop, Geet, Adi, Abhi and Tina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Different marks in exam but not in same order. Who scores the highest marks? Perfect. Only 2 persons score more marks than Adi. Okay, sorry. Before reading the statements, read the options. 1 and 2 together not sufficient. 2 alone is sufficient. 1 and 2 together are sufficient. 1 alone is sufficient. Perfect. Look at 1 alone. 2 persons score more marks than Adi. Geet does not score lowest marks. Okay. Roop score more than Tina and Geet both. So it has to be Roop here. No, not necessarily, no. Roop, Geeta can be here, Tina can be here, Roop can be here also. So we have two cases possible here. That's not going to give us the fact that who has scored the highest marks. So one alone is not sufficient. Now check two alone. Geet scored more marks than Tina but less than Adi. Does not help. Okay, forget this one now. We only know this much. Tina scored less marks than Goop. Oh, sorry, Roop. Tina scored less marks than Roop. Adi does not score the highest. Okay. But can we still confirm that Roop is at the top? I don't think so, right? Yeah. There are 5 people and we only have 4 of them here. So this is also not sufficient. The problem is you'll have to check both now. So combine both of them. So Geet, Tina have to be here. Tina scores less than Roop. Roop has to be either here or here. Can we still conclude anything? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So the answer is are not sufficient to answer the question. Okay. 112. Yeah, I think it's fair. 112 is too much still, but you can make it slightly fast. But this is a question where you had to arrange the whole thing and confirm it by option by option. Which of the following word does not belong to the group? Mangoes, cherries, pineapples, oranges. See, whenever it's talking about fruits, always think about something. First group is fruit or vegetable. Second group is modified stem, modified root, under the ground, above the ground. Third most common thing is seeds and no seeds. If you observe here, seeds and no seeds work out. This is a seed, single seed. This is a seed. This is seed. Pineapples don't have seeds, so option C is the right answer. 41 seconds. There's no point if I don't know what is this. Okay. Sorry. Can't see the figure. Two conclusions. Read the situation. Select the conclusion which follows. Situation. In recent months, inflation in India has surged due to supply chain disruptions and increasing fuel prices. Okay. At the same time, social media influencers have started making reels to raise awareness about how inflation is impacting daily expenses. Perfect. Conclusion says social media can effectively raise awareness about inflation's effects on people's lives. Yeah, I think fair. Not a problem. I think you can draw this conclusion. Second one says influencers' reels are the primary source of information for the public about information. We don't know that. Okay, we don't know that. So only one can be concluded. I think this is quite simple. Easy question. 50 seconds. Okay. Lack of confidence for this question, guys. And it's normal. It's critical reasoning is going to give you sleepless nights. It's bound to do that. Okay, changing which signs is going to help. Divide and into. If I put divide here, it's useless for me. So this is gone. Now that confirms that divide is going to be here. So solve it first. So this is how much? 263. Perfect. Now now what do we change? So now see, if you observe 263 plus 23 into 445, how much is it going? 400 into 20 is around about 8,000. Okay, and 8,000 and 200, 8,200 minus 100 is not going to be 6,300. So this needs to go somewhere. Because even if I change their positions, it's not going to help me out, is it? If I exchange plus and minus, is it going to help me? 200 plus minus 800, this will become minus then. So I don't think that's it. I think we need to change the multiplication with something. With what do we change the multiplication? 400 and 100 becomes 400 and 100 becomes 40,000. So that's not right. So into will not go with minus also. Into has to go with plus. So 263 into 23 plus 445 minus 123. Just observe once. 220. 4,000 plus 400. No, that is also not working out for. But that can go closer, I believe. No, because we are ignoring the 63 and 3. No, 263 into 2 is 526. 526. 5260. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's right. I think this is right. Plus and into is correct. Partial calculation should give us the answer. Let's check. Let's check. I'm just taking a risk. Yes, it's right. Cool. Okay. So just I did not solve it actually because that was time consuming. I took a risk here. We just saw that by calculation the others are not making sense. They either going out of line or they are falling too short. There's only one option which is going close enough. So we took a risk there. Okay. Please, in the exam you can do this. This is what an educated guess is all about. Don't unnecessarily sit and solve everything. How is the daughter of C related to H? Okay. So C beta G means G is the son-in-law of C. So this is C, this is C's daughter, and this is G. G psi J, J is the father of G. So J is the father of G. J infinity I is the unmarried daughter of J. I omega H, H is the mother of I. So how is the daughter of C related to H? She is a daughter-in-law of H. Easy question. Okay, just that this arrangement was slightly different. Otherwise, the question was quite easy. So option C is the right answer. Cool. 101 seconds. Just by changing the arrangement a bit, it made it time consuming. You can be masters at this. Just need to practice this one. Okay. And if you go by the generation method here, it might be time consuming. Stick to one method always, guys. It always helps. 1, 6, 11. So we are adding 5. 16, 21, 26 plus 5. That is 5. E. Gone, gone. Second one. 21, 18. Minus 3. 18, 15. Minus 3. 12, 9, 6. C. EC. Option A. Easy question. Cool. 30 seconds. Wonderful. Next. Should we go with alternate? 48 and 60 is plus 12. 60 and 70 is plus 10. Wait. 48 plus 12 is 60. 60 plus 10 is 70. So 70 plus 8.75 is 78.75. Wow. Okay. See, this can happen to you in the exam. Though this was not the logic actually. What is the logic here? The logic says that I divide 48 by 4 to get 12. Then I multiply 12 by 5 to get 60. Then I divide 60 by 6 to get 10. Then I multiply 10 by 7 to get 70. Now I divide 70 by 8 to get 8.75. So now I have to multiply 8.75 with 9 to get my answer, which is 78.75. But technically, if you just observe, we are just adding one by one. No, we are just adding them. Okay. Repeated addition is multiplication. Cool. Interesting question. Nice. 37 seconds. Wonderful. Next. Letter series. So 6, 26 and 7. So this is plus 7. 7, 14, 14, 21. 21 plus 7 is 28. That is B. Start with B. Only one option. Option D is the correct answer. Cool. 20 seconds. Wonderful. 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 Syllogism. Some tea is not coffee. All coffee is milk. No ice is milk. Some milk is tea. No, we can't say that. Some ice is tea. We can't say that. Some coffee is ice. We can't say that. No milk is tea. Can we say that? No, we can't say that. So technically all should have been incorrect, but we have an either or in the options 1 and 4. Some milk is tea, no milk is tea. So combination of some, no, all elements are same and both of them are individually incorrect. So I think option C is the correct answer. Either conclusion 1 or 4 follows. Cool. 51 seconds, not necessary. This was an easy one, guys. Should have picked it up easily. Okay. Into means minus. Into means minus. Minus means plus. Divide means divide and plus means into. Divide means divide only. Wow. What will be the value of the following? 45 divided by 3 is 15. 8 square is 64. 64 plus 15 is 79. Right? 79 plus 21 is 100. 100 root is 10. 10 minus 2 into 3, 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. Option D. Good question. Nice. 58 seconds. Some confusion in the exam. You have to be faster, guys. Need to push it through this. F has 2 children, one of whom is R. U is the paternal uncle of R. Considering F to be the father. Wait. L is the only brother of U. Okay. Sorry. My bad. So now we know F is the mother of R. How is F related to U? F is the sister-in-law of U. Correct? Good question. 44 seconds. Decent. Not bad. Next. Prison is 11. Frank is 10. Strawberry is 15. Kashmir is what? Okay. 16, 14. No. 16, 18, 9, 15, 19, 14. No, I don't think that's it. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 letters. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 10 letters. 5 plus 5, 6 plus 5, 10 plus 5. Oh, great. So this is 3, 3, 6 to 8. 8 plus 5, 13 letters. Just adding 5 to the number of letters. That's it. Okay. This one would have taken time. Yeah, 55 seconds is decent here. Because to figure it out slightly will be time consuming. Otherwise, it's not difficult. Assertion reason. Assertion says noble gases are chemically inert. That is, they are unable to form compounds. The group 18 in the periodic element. Argon, neon, krypton, right? Xenon. So yes, they are inert. And why are they inert? Because of the octet. They have 8 electrons, 2 in the case of helium in their outermost shell, which is a stable state configuration. That's absolutely right. So both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Option 1 is the right answer. Easy question. Absolutely easy. 9th standard chemistry. Question number 28. Statement says, a father said to his son, if you score more than 90% marks in the final exam, I will buy you an Xbox. Now, while saying this, what is the father assuming? Think like that. While saying this, while bribing his son, that if you score good, I'll give you an Xbox. What is he thinking? What is he assuming? That the son likes Xbox? Of course, yeah. That's why he's sweetly bribing him with the Xbox, or rather motivating. Okay. The other one says the son is good in studies. The father, I am not sure whether this can be assumed or not. Why? Because primarily, probably, I can't even assume that the son is not good in studies. Nothing can be assumed here according to the level of studies the student does, the son does, because he's still telling him that, you know, if you score more than 90%, I will buy you an Xbox. So maybe if he has to give an incentive, maybe he was not very good in studies, but maybe he was better than average. So we don't know the definition here. I think 2 cannot be assumed. 1 is the clear assumption here. 1 is implicit. Option A is the right answer. 26 seconds. Good one. Next. This is just 5-second question, guys. Come on, pick it up right away. This is 28 square. This is 27 square. This is 26 square. This is 24 square. So this has to be 25 square, which is 625. Agreed? Cool. 23 seconds. Wonderful. Last question for the session today. Each of the letters in the word large is arranged in alphabetical order from left to right. How many letters are there in the English alphabetical series between the letter which is third from the left and second from the right? Okay. So we can arrange them in the order A, E, G, L, R. Second, third from the left and second from the right. So between G and L. So 12 minus 7 minus 1. 4. Okay. Now some of you will tell, why did we arrange the whole thing? Yeah, you could have arranged it only till the first 4 letters. But how would that have helped? It's just a 5-letter word. But if this was a 10-letter word, and if something similar was asked, then you could have only found out till the first 4 letters and then found the answer. That would have saved a bit of time. Okay. So option B is the most appropriate answer here. How many letters are there in the English alphabet? 4. 33 seconds. Wonderful. So decent, good set of questions for logical reasoning section. We are done here. So the agenda of the session has been achieved. We have in-depth studied with a time comparison, and I have found out a pain point for a lot of students. I believe, I'm assuming, I'm extrapolating this to a lot of students, because if the people who are scoring in the cream are actually getting this issue, then a lot of you are. That is data sufficiency. Okay, the other questions, sometimes some new thing comes up, it may be time consuming, and I agree with you on that. And I also agree with the fact that if I'm telling you that you can do it in 30 seconds, maybe that's too much, maybe that's too inflated for you. So you can assume at least plus 10 seconds to it, but just double of it is too much. And data sufficiency, in the last 2 mocks, I have observed that students are taking higher time than usual in the questions, even if the questions are simple, because probably you're getting in the trap of solving the whole thing. So you don't have to do that. I'll have a session with you probably in this coming week only, where I discuss data sufficiency in detail with you and will address all the problems. Thank you so much for joining live, guys. I'll see you around. Subscribe to the channel right away, and do check out the SSC Super Elite options on the Oliveboard platform, which can be a wonderful addition for your SSC CGL preparation. Bye bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.